Stand by lights, stand by camera. Action.
Hello, Stereoscopic Microscope. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, I am the Stereoscopic Microscope. I was invented in the mid-19th century in London by a very great man named Francis Herbert Wenham. He was like a father to me. He wanted to see very small things with two eyes at once. What I do for a living is to provide a three-dimensional view of anything you put under me. Great pay. He made me by utilizing an achromatic prism to split the light beam at the rear of a single objective.
Wow. Can I have a demonstration, please? Hi. Let's do this by making salt crystals. We will need a test tube, a cork that fits your test tube, a test tube rack, food dye,
FBI, open up!
Hey! Stop right there! Where's your lab safety equipment? You're under arrest. Come on, move!
Anyways, what we were saying, we need a test tube cork, test tube rack, food coloring, a watch glass, salt and scupula, and of course, our stereoscopic microscope. So first, make sure that you always have a lab coat that fits you. Make sure your ID is inside your lab coat by using the strap in the back or using the buttons on your lab coat. Have shoes that cover your feet, and make sure your hands are free, and of course, wear your goggles at all times. First, we need to pour water into a test tube 3/4 of the way. Add salt so it covers the entire bottom of your test tube.
I'm gonna do a voiceover actually. How do I move it?
If you want to, drop 1 drop of food coloring into your test tube. Now, put on your cork for your test tube. Make sure your thumb is always covering the test tube cork gently but securely, and keep on flipping the test tube upside down until the whole thing mixes.
Wait, so you can use this thing on the other side too?
Unscrew your test tube. Take your watch glass and pour the contents from your test tube into the watch glass until the watch glass is full. Carefully move the watch glass so that your contents from your test tube covers as much as the watch glass as possible. Now, leave it under the fume hood for 3 to 5 days. Fewer days may end up making your salt crystals softer and more fragile. And finally, this will be your result. Now bring over your stereoscopic microscope. Carry it safely by having one hand on the bottom and one hand on the arm of the stereoscopic microscope. Make sure you plug it in a working place. Put your salt crystals underneath it, flip on the switch, adjust the zoom, and enjoy what you see.
That's amazing. Thanks. Well, you heard it here first, folks, live from George Yang Labs with the Stereoscopic Microscope. And I'm looking for 3 different ones on my lines. It's recording. No, it's not. I can edit it, don't worry. Wait, is it recording? I'm just gonna.
Bloopers. Bloopers.
Oh, it is recording.